Hey good people, welcome to the channel. I'm Musically Malnourished and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. Recently we hosted a music request live stream. So through super chats, people would submit songs and we would listen to them live. A little while into the stream, we ended up running into some copyright issues, shocker, and the stream kept getting taken down. And so we had to cut the stream short. However, I did catalog every music request that was given, every donation that was made. And so over the course of these next two videos, we'll have a volume 1 and a volume 2. I'm going through the ones that were submitted. So there's going to be a bunch of different stuff on here. There is a good bit of rap, but there are some other things in there. If you want the full track list, just go to the description and if you want to hear specific songs, or let's just rock with it and see what we've got. But we're going to get started with an artist named Yeat. The album is 2093, and this song is If We Being Real. All right, here we go. I don't think I've heard anything from Yeat before.
Jumping the gun, yeah, like I do it for fun. You act like you do it for real, but no, you not one of us. You never could come inside of this building we run, inside of this world we run. We do it for us. No, I don't fuck with one of them at all. We don't fuck you at all. No, I won't pick it because I don't like it at all. I can't want to see you fall. I keep on chasing the highs, I know I can never get back, so I'm always on low. And I got eyes on the back of my head, I got eyes everywhere, so I know where you go. I could drop ties in this bitch, drop like flies in this bitch. I cut ties in this bitch, I'll cut ties in your face. Yeah, cut you like a lace, nothing I do could be replaced. That's why I'm living out in space. I take the money to another level, I take the plane to another level, I take the highest to a new level.
I like the change, going to a higher range.
Yeah, I ain't mean to burst your bubble, but I ain't into making change, I'ma stay the same, bring it to my level. If we be real, I don't know how to feel.
I love the synth stuff going on.
You've been on your knees, know you begging please. It's nothing left to see, nothing left to feel. Why you in the field? Why you so real? Tell me how you feel. Why you make me feel the way I feel? Will you make me feel better? Always clash your heads, yeah, when somebody think they know better. Who the fuck is you? Got better thing to do.
Back into the lower range.
I just need my space. It's a couple things that I can't feel, but I can't feel my face. It's a couple things that I wish I could, but I can't replace. I think it's a sickness, being so selfish, yeah. I'm in need of a witness. They always tell me, yeah, never forget this. I forget everything. I don't even know what my tip is. And I'll change everything. I don't know how to top this.
All right, obviously we're reacting to these kind of outside the context of the album, you know, where they're at within the track list of an album. It definitely hits that futuristic vibe, and from kind of a rapping perspective, I don't know that I've done a lot of people who have that real like chill type. It's hard to even put into words. Just this real like chill. That's all I can picture in my mind is like this. But it definitely hits that futuristic vibe that I assume they're kind of going for within the album. I did also go ahead and pull up. I made a spreadsheet here so we can go check out some things on the back end. So let's see here. If We Begin Real by Yeat is a great example of the futuristic theme in the album 2093. In this song, synthetic and others use futuristic hard-hitting instruments to give us a perfect blend of what we know as modern rap and futuristic rap. Yeat has been rapidly promoting his new style, but if you pay close attention, his lyrics often evoke similar themes. Yeat is big on cutting ties and having real friends in order to pursue his dreams and visions. This theme has set the mood for many of his songs, such as Real is Rare. If We Begin Real is a true step up on how he delivers these themes. This song scopes in on this theme as well as themes of success and power. Welcome to the Sahara Desert, beat done to perfection. I'm not familiar with this. Sphinx beat. Yeah, true. It is this like kind of Dune type feel for sure. I got eyes in the back on my head. I got eyes everywhere, so I know where you go. Okay, interesting. It's my first introduction to Yeat. One thing I do want to hop over and look at that I couldn't find on streaming platforms, but it was on YouTube, is Kendrick Lamar in a song called, it's either Prayer or Pray. It's listed on Genius as Pray, but on YouTube it's listed as Prayer. So I think this was meant to be on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, but was not, obviously. So let's check in and hear from Kendrick. Hold on. It's probably going to work best. We do it maybe like this. All right, cool. Kendrick doing what he does, putting us in a place of thought. Yeah, so I mean, his father, I feel like from what I can remember, was a big part of the civil rights movement. I'm sure we'll get more context here in a moment. And it really sounds like this challenge first of who he perceived his father to be versus maybe growing older, and then obviously from public opinion and things, kind of reconciling the public opinion or portrayal of his father with the truth of the things that maybe his father did. And also this question, kind of toward the latter half of the track is like, can you receive a good message from a flawed messenger? Which is a great debate topic for sure. Let's see. It says on Pray, Kendrick reflects over the voices of art, personifies a song by Michael Jackson and a speech by Martin Luther King Jr., respectively. In each of the first two verses, Lamar mentions two dates that relate to the lives of each man. The Jackson 5 ABC released on... Okay, I was wondering about this line. We'll look at it in a second. And MLK delivered his I Have a Dream speech. Kendrick uses every verse to explore how the media is quick to dismiss an artist's contributions to society due to their personal shortcomings. He specifically delves into Jackson's pedophilia accusations, King's marital infidelity. Okay, so he wasn't speaking about his own father here. I was wondering if he was getting into MLK. We'll come back to this in a second, but am I totally off in thinking that Kendrick's dad wasn't a notable figure? I guess I am way off. Man, then it must be somebody else we've listened to. Maybe it was Cole? But I don't think that's right either, because Cole's father wasn't around. So let's see. He was affiliated with the Gangster Disciples before moving to Compton. He famously worked at a KFC, job that played a pivotal, fateful role in Kendrick's career. This is interesting. The KFC connection. While working at a local KFC, Kenny regularly gave free food to a man named Anthony Top Dog Tiffith, who frequented the area. Because of this kindness, Tiffith chose not to rob that specific store. Years later, Tiffith founded Top Dog Entertainment and signed a young Kendrick Lamar, effectively launching his career. That's wild. You've been so nice to me, I'm not going to rob you. These other guys, though? Nah, dude. Kendrick immortalized this wild true story of fate, coincidence, survival in the closing track Duckworth from his album Damn. Man, that I'm trying to think of who it is that I've listened to whose father or parents were kind of figures. Maybe it was Kanye. Kanye West's father is Ray West, a former Black Panther, one of the first black photojournalists at the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and a Christian counselor. Later became heavily involved in charitable clean water initiatives. Yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking of. Because this is going on, I was like, this sounds a lot like MLK. So in the final verse, Kendrick establishes that artists bring meaning to the world regardless of their individual imperfections. The song was recorded sometime in 2019, leaked in 2020 under the name Prayer. However, it was only ever titled Pray. So that's the difference between what I was looking at and what this says. Mr. Morale, ultimately scrapped due to being leaked along with Handsome and Somebody, also mistakenly thought to be an original version of The Heart Part 5. A reputable leaker? I don't know if I want to be a reputable leaker. This song is told in the perspective of the personification of two different works of art. Kendrick doesn't believe personal feelings should cause people to discount or discredit the art. Well, I think that's a bold statement. You know, you could be kind of not 100% sure and agree with arguments on both sides, because I think there is an argument to be made on both sides. You know, for instance, even if you go into like Protestants or modern Christianity, but we're really taking it from scripture. So the birth of the church, even to be an elder or overseer or essentially a pastor, it's to say like you should have a good reputation in the community, that you should be a husband of one wife, and it lays out these things that essentially to not live in that way or to live incongruent from the message you're giving is to disqualify you from that office. So you could, I think, make an argument on both sides, and Kendrick may lean more toward that because obviously he's made a song about it. I just think to say Kendrick doesn't believe is more so like you could write a song and put forward this argument or at least food for thought without being like, no, I 100% believe this. And I mean, Kendrick could have said somewhere like this is 100% how he feels. I just think as a contributor or as somebody commenting to say this is what he believes, I don't know, feels like a strong statement to me. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that it seems like because of leaks, artists decide not to release certain things. All right. Time to check out track 3. This is My Man from Dijon. I don't think I've heard Dijon before either. This is cool.
My man, left it like an arrow, yeah. My man, crept up like a shadow, and loved her to the marrow. Something that you give it up. Something that is mine, oh mine. It would've shot me if you give it up. Cause you're chasing it all the time. Something that you really like. Something that was mine, oh mine.
I've never heard anything like this.
Would it ease you to mine? But after watching time, being upon him, I can't live.
Really raw and moving.
My man, he's studying like an oak. He bellow like a boat. My man, took a long while to get cooked. Prove me wrong, can I count on you, my man? Did he shock you? Did you give it up? Did you lock it to your love? Did you tease it in the eye? My man, you could barely live it up. Can I help you pick it up? Let me help you pick it up.
Wow.
Checking up on him. How can I leave? How can I leave? I can't leave.
We went to the first one.
Mama, he sat around and tell joke. She's anybody smoking my man.
Okay, consider my interest peaked. It took a moment for the voice to grow on me. It was just so different than anything I've heard. I mean, even the beat, it has this kind of Frank Ocean rawness, emotion, delivery, but I've never heard a voice like Dijon. So it looks like he has a 2021 album and a 2025 album. And My Man sits pretty deep within the album Baby, which makes sense because it seems like one of those songs that like you've kind of been in the album for a minute and then for it to hit. And at first I was trying to figure out, you know, maybe what exactly he was trying to communicate in it. It sounds like maybe it's about a friend of his. So let's see what we can find out here. Song seems to be a reconnection between Dijon and his father or man after a long period of disconnect. To me, it seems this father has grown old and needs help. Dijon seems to feel some sort of resentment in their relationship for the way things went down prior to their reconnection. Yeah, I'd be curious his vocal delivery throughout the album, but just that kind of like strained, broken. I don't know if it's leaning more toward because of the emotion he's conveying within this song, but dude, this song was really moving. Left hand like an arrowhead. Explaining his father's left hand to be something that could have done more damage in its prime, but has become weak over time. Maybe this is my man crept up like a shadow and loved her to the marrow, maybe toward his mother, but there's something you're giving up, which could possibly be him. Like he got her pregnant, but then cut out. Something that is mine. It didn't shock me that you've given up because you tease it all the time. There's something you really lack, something that is mine. Would it shock you if I've given up? Would it ease your little mind? But after watching time beating up on him, I can't leave. So man, there's this like compassion that comes in. I think, man, this is one of the reasons that like being a parent is such an important responsibility. Because this can be twisted and manipulated, right? That like your parents aren't parents to you, yet you feel some obligation. And I think that's a God-given, God-wired feeling toward family. But I also think that family needs to rise to the occasion. To be a father, you need to rise to the occasion. It's not that you're going to be perfect, but I think to mistreat someone, to neglect someone, and then to expect that they have loyalty towards you, I think that you've missed it. You're asking for something from them that you haven't done yourself, and I think that that's wicked. But you can see, I mean, and feel, and any of you out there that have had, you know, maybe difficult relationships with family or with your parents, you feel that too. You're like, I want to, even though I feel mistreated, I feel overlooked or whatever, I don't feel like you've held up your end of the deal. There's still that thing in you that feels like, I wish we had something more than we have, or you keep trying even though the result keeps being negative. Like you're like, oh, I'm never going to do that again. I'm never going to try to make a plan again because every time I do, it just goes terrible. And then it rolls back around after a while. You're like, well, maybe I'll try again. And I think there's that thing in you because your father, your mother are meant to be the two most significant figures in your life. That's not to downplay other influences in our life, you know, but as this foundation, this lasting relationship, I think this is really telling here, right? But after watching time beating up on him, I can't leave. And after calling his line and hanging up on him, I can't leave, you know. Sturdy like an oak, bellows like a boat. Took a long while to get close, but prove me wrong. Can I count on you? So still this wondering, like, are you gonna cut out again? Are you going to be who I've always felt you to be? Or are you gonna prove me wrong? Then shock me that you gave it up, that you locked out all your love, you teased and you know how. Now you can barely lift it up. Can I help you pick it up? Let me help you pick it up. Sat down and tells jokes, turns out fire, smoke. Wow. Man, great suggestion. I'm really interested now in Dijon. Okay. I think this next one's going to be a bit of a change up. This is track 4. Oh, and here, why don't I, let me see if I can shout out the people that made these. Let's see, we had Prayer came in from Mike Hernandez. Yeat came in from Jiggly J6. My man Dijon came in from CJ51345. And this song as well, Mk.gee, Are You Looking Up, came in from him as well. Or them. Okay, here we go.
Probably just wait on somebody to give a new life. The heaviest weight on a miracle to cut the sack. So are you looking up? You're asking why. If you wanna go, then maybe go wild. Yeah, I can shift shapes, but
CG51345, you got good taste.
maybe we can put it all to rest just for one night. Let's get a new fist off. Who's got the power in your mind? Are you gonna waste it all on somebody's when you no one ever behind? So are you looking up? Are you asking why? If you wanna go, then maybe go wild.
Got a very cool, like, vintage sound.
I can shift shapes, but I can deny. Yeah, we can put it all to rest just for one night. So are you looking up? Are you asking why? If you wanna go, then maybe go wild. Are you looking for somebody to put out your fire? Put it all to rest just for one night. Are you asking why?
Some chaos going on in the back there.
If you wanna go, then maybe go wild. Maybe I can shift shapes, but I can deny.
It almost sounded like maybe there was like a fire. Like a train? Dude, I don't know. It almost sounds like a kitchen. Hey, if you're enjoying this video and you want access to hundreds of hours of additional content from dozens of artists, then check out my Patreon. That's where we host music videos, live performances, exclusive live streams, behind the scenes content, documentaries, and you get the ability to help vote on the albums we listen to here on the channel. Patreon is the best way to support this channel, and you can get access to the entire library, past, present, and future, for just $5. Join the amazing community that we're building over there, and I try to make it worth your time and your money. All right, let's get back into it. Yeah, I'm digging this person's taste in music. I find that really interesting as well. There wasn't much on Genius for this song, but let's see. 2-star Dream Police explores themes of longing, relationship instability, existential searching. Featuring 2-star is interpreted as a conversational yet anxious dialogue about a struggling relationship, where the speaker asks their partner if they're searching for something better or higher than what they currently have. I'm really curious about what was going on in the background, though. Okay, a little information about Mk.gee. Self-produces all of his releases in his home studio. Oh, and he's written for artists such as Dijon, there's a connection, Omar Apollo, and the Kid Leroy. Mountains by Charlotte Day Wilson, co-written by Mk.gee, was sampled by Drake on the track Fair Trade featuring Travis Scott. Okay, really interesting, man. Seems like an artist with some great stuff going on. Okay, next we have Kodak Black Testimony, and this is from Tony Morrison 8629.
God sent. I know I'm God sent. I swear for God. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I done overcame some of the obstacles came from up on the SUMO rocks and shit. Even though I be out here scheming like a demon seeming.
Oh gosh.
I know I'm God sent. It's gotta be God. I'm God sent, like he sent me so I can relay these messages. Like he used me as a vessel, like he used me as an instrument. Trying to lock me in a box, they hate how God to keep on blessing me. They locked me in the box, I pray to God, this ain't my destiny. I don't drink no lean, I'm sipping no holy water like this my medicine. I'm a living testimony, every album like a testament. Everything I went through made me who I am, cause he be testing me. So I'm breaking bread with all my fam, cause I don't take no essence. I done sacrificed my nigga, cause none of my niggas ain't see the best in me. They want me slinging metal like the devil, but I'm heaven sent. My brother, my mother, and Alex for my daddy, cause he neglected me. I'm 20 years old, but I act like I've been here before, like I'm a veteran. He spit this shit through me like I'm a prophet, but I'm a reverend. Put my blood, sweat, and tears on all these lyrics, cause this my exodus. I'm down so I can live, I resurrected it. I'm down so I can live, I resurrected it. Hey, blood in my eyes, I'm going blind, oh. Stuck in these streets, feel like my life froze. I've been running these streets, got me dehydrated. I've been living so crazy, feel like I'm dying, baby. Blood in my eyes, I'm going blind, oh. I'm stuck in these streets, feel like my life froze. I've been running these streets, got me dehydrated. I've been living so crazy, feel like I'm dying, baby. I just shot a nigga, now I can't sleep.
Admissions to crime, great.
My brother, he just washed me down with bleach, oh. Project baby, snot a nose, head peasy. Now everybody around the world trying to beat me. Bitch, my niggas hope they see me on the TV. I'm on Instagram showing off my BBs. You don't understand that this one easy. I've been walking around with my hair peasy. Shot a nigga, took a shower with the bleach, Yahweh. Mama, I fell victim to the screens, I'm sorry. I'm in middle school selling weed in the hallway. I was skipping school, got in beef, started robbing. Jack with at my G, we like Batman and Robin. God, I know you looking out for me through the darkness. Blood in my eyes, I'm going blind, oh. Stuck in these streets, feel like my life froze. I've been running these streets, got me dehydrated. I've been living so crazy, feel like I'm dying, baby. Blood in my eyes, I'm going blind, oh. I'm stuck in these streets, feel like my life froze. I've been running these streets, got me dehydrated. I've been living so crazy, feel like I'm dying, baby.
cover art's really interesting. It's almost like a baptism in blood. But I don't know if it's meant to be him in both. Like the dark versus the light. That's a cool track. It gives me like some Sonic vibes. Like, wasn't it like the city level or something? Yeah, so I don't think I've heard Kodak Black before. I've heard the name for sure. Okay, let's see. On Testimony, Kodak talks about his salvation, his blessings. With that, he also highlights the trouble the devil afflicted him with throughout his life, from hustling at a young age to his recent legal problems. Yeah, I mean, there definitely was a mature nature. At first, I wasn't sure, and then as he kind of went on, I was like, okay, you know, he's saying some meaningful things. So, did Kodak actually shoot someone? Based on available reports, he has not been convicted of shooting someone, but has been a victim of gun violence and involved in violent altercations. 2022 Los Angeles shooting. Kodak was shot in the leg outside a Justin Bieber Super Bowl after party in Los Angeles. Lawyer stated he was assisting someone during an unprovoked attack. 2021 Tallahassee, a security guard for Kodak was shot in the leg. Man, somebody's all about shooting Kodak and his friends in the leg. While he has faced multiple gun-related charges, served time in prison, none of the public reporting indicates he was the gunman in these scenarios. All right. The next we have, this is Denzel Curry, ZUMO from Kevla Kevin 3393. This cover art is tripping me out, dude. I don't really like looking at it. And now I'm like hoping he's not albino or something and I just offended him. Looks like paint.
Shit like judo. You niggas act too cool. You and no chat, you go. Pockets too big, they sumo. 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 Tell me who the hottest motherfucker that you know. If it ain't me, you a puto. Curry keep the flame, call a nigga Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. Hold up. I just want the knowledge and the power. Hold up. Why the nigga looking at me sour? Try to eat a nigga like chowder. Rada. Never gave a fuck about a dollar. More money, me, more.
Getting like a small amount of Tyler, the Creator.
Cause I got it on my own with no help. Main up. Got a bag, did it, that's it, in myself. Main up. Didn't need a new hope. Deliver new dope. Giving out bricks like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be E.T.? Man, y'all niggas can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakisha. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pull a nigga card like Uno. Flip a nigga shit like judo. You niggas act too cool. You and no chat, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they
curious where the ZUMO is going to come in.
SUMO. Pull a nigga card like Uno. Flip a nigga shit like judo. You niggas act too kudo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pockets too big, they sumo. 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 Money doubles up like a goddamn duo. I just want the yen and the euro. Fuck the game up and leave my kids like judo. Money come around like a Hoover. Making free bands in the future. Pockets on a nigga look super. Bills on me blue slot Cooper. Money on my mind just like a tumor. Spread my money out.
Video game reference, Sly Cooper.
The killer is on the move, no Uber. People try to block a nigga shine like lunar. Eclipse when I take all my chips. When I pop off the clip like Hummus C-Dip. Acrobat with the bag, I'ma flip. Money flow like a damn battleship. Diddy the new hope. Deliver new dope. Giving out bricks like shack up the free dope. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all niggas can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pull a nigga card like Uno. Flip a nigga shit like judo. You niggas act too kudo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull a nigga card like Uno. Flip a nigga shit like judo. You niggas act too kudo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo.
And he definitely has the ability to deliver on those like aggressive lines. And I think that's what kind of reminded me of Tyler when Tyler gets really aggressive. I'm curious about a few lines in here. He definitely has some fun wordplay. It's one of those songs that I feel relies a little too heavy on the chorus because I really enjoyed when he was in the verses. But then we went back to the chorus a lot. First revealed at 2017's Camp Flog Gnaw, SUMO, produced by Good Music's Charlie Heat, is the lead single off Denzel Curry's 2018 album, Taboo. Curry intelligently did a lot of hype on Twitter with just a snippet of the song, as well as many performances of the song, using the Madman tour with ASAP Ferg and IDK to lead us up to the official release. Camp Flog Gnaw. Dude, I've heard that so much. Let me remind myself. Okay, so it's a carnival. Oh, I remember seeing, okay, we watched a Tyler, the Creator performance. Oh, Annual American Music Festival and Carnival created by Tyler, the Creator. Been held annually since its inception, fall 2012. Okay. Yeah, we watched a performance from Tyler over on Patreon from Camp Flog Gnaw. That's why it rings a bell. The song was released, okay, Zane Lowe's world record, exclusive to Apple Music and iTunes, okay. Denzel mentioned on Twitter that him waiting for Ski Mask was delaying the song's release. Ski Mask will not be featured on SUMO. The reason it took so long to release was because I was waiting on him. No worries, I'll just do it myself. I was wondering, I was like, I don't feel like I heard a feature, but that makes sense. Denzel said, bro, me, Charlie Heat, Flatbush Zombies, Kirk Knight, Powers, we was all in the studio at the same time making this record. He goes on to say, Charlie Heat was already in a session with me. We were just going through beats, freestyling, going over them like, nah, yay or nay. Then that beat came on. I was like, hold up, don't switch it yet. Then that's when the hook just came to my mind, like pockets too big, they sumo. That's how it happened. Response to criticism following his claims according to which he freestyled the entirety of his 2019 album, Zoo, the rapper, revealed in a tweet he freestyled Sumo Zumo. Some people feel iffy about me freestyling an album. Wheel, Clout, Cobain, and Sumo were freestyles too. I think he means well. Rada, 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 rada. The Rikishi line? Oh, I did. I had that as like, I don't know what he's talking about. Pocket Too Big, Rikishi. Oh gosh. Rikishi references the song's title, Sumo. Rikishi is the Japanese term for a professional sumo wrestler. Rikishi is also a former WWE wrestler known for his massive size. Okay, that's fun. And then Chad Hugo, You a Nerd. No One Ever Really Dies are an American funk rock band that came back together after a 7-year hiatus. The roster includes Pharrell Williams, Chad Hugo, and Shay Haley. Okay, cool. That's a cool reference. Not familiar with Nerd. All right, next up we have... This is Drake, Club Paradise, sent in from J7007.
They say that all your old girls got somebody new. I said, damn, really? Even Rosemary, even Leanne Sealy. They said, fucking right, they were the first to go. It's nothing personal, it's just that all them women that you slept on were working, though. They been saving up. New niggas came around, they been waking up with, I swear, you don't know this city anymore. They might have loved you before, but you're out here doing your thing. They don't know you. Ah, sure they do, they just not as sincere. It's crazy all the emotions forgotten a year. She like, why you even give a fuck? You not even here. Well, out there, it ain't nothing for me, and I think I need to come home. Tell me, who did I leave behind? You think it got to me? I can just read your mind. You think I'm so caught up in where I am right now. But believe I remember it all. I be with my nigga Chubbs, he in love with street shit. No wonder why I feel awkward at this fashion week shit. No wonder why I keep fucking up the double cheek kiss. Along for that ignorant young money in Miami Beach shit. Couple artists got words for me, that's never fun. They say it's on when they see me, that they don't ever come. I'm never scared, they never real, I never run. When all is said and done, more is always said and done. And I was told once, things will change. By a nigga named Tip when my deal came. Told me it's all good, even when it feels strange. Now I'm the guy that know them strippers by their real names. Rochelle, Jordan, thick bitches, they just told me how to $4 grand. How to pile of kush become a mountain of truth. How to bottle of wine become the fountain of youth. Damn, my biggest fear is losing it all. Remember how I used to feel at the start of it, and now I'm living a motherfucking fairy tale, and still trying to keep you feeling a part of it. Yeah, just lie to my ears, tell me you feel the same, that's all I've been dying to hear. Lights get low and that's when I have my brightest ideas, and I heard my city feel better than ever, that's why I gotta come home. Tell me, who did I leave behind? You think it got to me? I can just read your mind. You think I'm so caught up in where I am right now. But believe I remember it all. My mother is back to who she was years ago. It's like a new page me and her beginning on. I wish she stopped checking up on women I can't stand, cause I got new girls I could use her opinion on. She thinks I become a slave to the wealth, but I never break the promises I made to myself. And I would never make up names for myself, then change the names that I just gave to myself. Certain rappers would call me to say what up though. I used to brag about it to my friends, and now I'm feeling like all of these niggas cutthroat, and maybe that's all they do is just pretend. Damn, but I bought it though, I believed it. Yeah, I thought it and I achieved it. Yeah, so show me love, show me fucking love, cause I thought it was all I needed. Yeah, clearly I was wrong about it all along, and this'll be the year that I won't even feel shit. They trip off the amount of people that I brought along, but I'm just trying to be surrounded by some real shit. Need credentials for every one of these Toronto kids. I promise they see it with me, we just trying to live. I told them we about to get it and we finally did. Listen closely to my shit, I swear it sounded like home. Like home. Who did I leave behind? You think it got to me? I can just read your mind. You think I'm so caught up in where I am right now. believe I remember it all.
I love the way he sings that line. Believe I remember it all. Be interested to see where this was in the timeline of his career as well. It sounds earlier. Well, it sounds like Drake. Strippers and all. But it obviously sounds like grappling with this, like, you know, having maybe left his city. He's growing in fame, doing these things, and people feeling left behind, you know, and maybe the thoughts that he'd changed. It's just funny. I'm bragging about knowing strippers' first names and giving them a bunch of money. It's just not a lifestyle I can understand. I guess I can understand it, not one I can relate to. Third of 4 songs Drake dropped in anticipation for upcoming album Take Care. The chorus features backup vocals by The Weeknd. On August 2019, the song was re-released after Drake dropped Care Package on all major streaming platforms. The project is described as some of our most important moments together available in one place. The release comes nearly 6 months after Drake re-released his breakout mixtape, So Far Gone, which we did several albums leading up to Iceman. So we did Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, and then the 3 albums that dropped with Iceman, Habibti, and Maid of Honor. But I try to block that night out because that's when I stayed up till midnight and then saw that he dropped 3 albums, not 1, and I did all 3 reactions that night into the day. And then only to find out my Iceman reaction was corrupted, so I could only use the audio. That was a terrible night. Song shows Drizzy feeling melancholy about his success, the toll it's taken on those he left behind. Title is a reference to Drake's favorite strip club in Toronto, Paradise. Okay, his 2012 headlining tour was called Club Paradise, accompanied by A$AP Rocky and Kendrick Lamar on the tour. I still really haven't got into any of this beef, and I don't even know if I will. I might watch a documentary or something like that. But in many ways, I just don't really care. I kind of just want to listen to the music. And I'm really only curious in just how they went about it within music. And I know beefs are a thing, East Coast, West Coast, stuff like that. So that stuff's interesting to me. Okay, next we're into... This is I Like Birds from the Eels, submitted by Mk.gee. I have no clue what to expect on this one.
I can't look at the rocket launch, the trophy wives of the astronauts, and I won't listen to their words, 'cause I like birds. I don't care.
Okay, I think I understand where he's going.
Crazy auto car gonna mow me down.
Like he kind of likes the country, isolation.
Well, I like birds. If you're small and on a search, I've got a feeder for you. 'cause I like birds. If you're small and on a search, I've got a feeder for you to perch on. If you're small
I like this.
and on a search, I've got a feeder for you to perch on. I've got a feeder for you to perch on. If you're small and on a search, I've got a feeder for you to perch on. I've got a feeder for you to perch on.
It's just funny to see this cover art and then this parental advisory, which takes me back to a lot of the music that I grew up on with the Offspring, because a lot of times they would, if I remember correctly, would have like some of this kind of animated, reminds me of like the Golden Book series. I think that's what it's called. It has like the gold foil on the spine, the kids' books. Man, all right, I'm curious about this. So let's take a look for a second at the Eels and when this was. It reminds me too, I used to play this game all the time, I think on PlayStation 1, Dave Mirra BMX. I don't know if that's exactly what it was called, but I was huge into skateboarding and BMX. And there was a song that played on there, rise up in the morning, put shoes on my feet, up a cigarette and I strapped shoes on my feet. Got to find a reason things went wrong. Got to find a reason why my money's all gone. But it had this kind of like the same type of feel as this did. So this was from 2000. Jeez, dude, look at this body of work. From 1996, we have Beautiful Freak, Electroshock Blues in 98. Oh, What a Beautiful Morning in 2000. Daisies of the Galaxy, that's what this song was from. And it just goes on and on. Man, we'll probably end up needing to look into them at some point. All right, let's see what we can find out here. It does, to me, it sounds like this idea of like he just doesn't care about these things that other people care about. Kind of snooty-faluty type stuff because he's just a simple man. That's what it gives off. In the press kit, E explained that this song was written in tribute to his late mother, who was an avid bird watcher. I like birds, a tribute to my mother. She was really into birds. After she died, I brought back her feeder and some books about birds. I put the feeder in my yard and I got them a bird bath too. That's really sweet. Life is happy and sad and all the shades of gray in between. I just try to reflect all that stuff as best as I can. My mother was an avid bird watcher. She had a lot of bird books and feeders that I brought with me from her house. I set up the feeders in my yard and I read the books. I like birds as a way of staying connected to her. I like birds too. I do genuinely like birds. There's so many different kinds. All right, this next one comes to us courtesy of the School of Flourishing. This is Barrington Levy, Here I Come.
Trouble double double, trouble double double.
Okay, let me make a comment. I think this is where our stream maybe first started running into issues. I can't remember exactly. There's one song we listened to, but I think we started listening to this song. and we're not able to finish it because the stream just kept getting interrupted. I think so. When I was like, dude, somebody has to sample this.
So she didn't have a daughter, she did have a son. She said the lift doesn't work, run up the stairs and come. And if you don't come quick, you're not gonna know that's fun. So I grab a bunch of flows and I started to run. Here I come, whoa. 2 months later, she said, come and get your son. Cause I don't want your baby to come tie me down. Not because you are old and I am young. Yes, while I'm young, yes, I wanna have some fun. Run me down, should live waddle diddly woodly diddly whoa. Swing, I'm broad, I'm broad, I'm broader than Broadway. Yes, I'm broad, I'm broad, I'm broader than Broadway. When you go to Volcano, it's like a stage show. You have man that sing, DJ and blow. Pull it down, it's ready, yo.
Dude, this bangs.
She said the lift doesn't work, run up the stairs and come. And if you don't come quick, you're not gonna see your son. So I grab a bunch of froze and I started to run. Here I come, whoa. 2 months later, she said, come and get your son. Cause I don't want your baby to come tie me down. Not cause you are old and I am young. Just while I'm young, yes, I wanna have some fun. Run me down.
This is part needs to be sampled.
Extra size, extra size, extra size than size way. Extra broad, extra broad, extra broader than Broadway. And the intercom Rosie tell me to come. That she didn't have a daughter, she did have a son. Here I come. Swing, cause I'm broad, I'm broad, I'm broader than Broadway. Yes, I'm broad, I'm broad, I'm broader than Broadway. Over the ocean and over the sea, all of the girls, them are vote for we. We should have a little, whoa. Sing, and the intercom Rosie tell me to come. Said she didn't have a daughter, she did have a son. She said the lift doesn't work, run up the stairs and come. Cause if you don't come quick, you're not gonna see your son. So I grab a bunch of roses and I started to run. Here I come, I come. 2 months later, she said, come and get your son. Cause I don't want your baby to come tie me down. Not cause you are old and I am young. Yes, while I'm young, yes, I wanna have some fun. Run me down, should live up, whoa. Swing, cause I'm broad, I'm broad, I'm broader than Broadway. I'm broad, I'm broad, I'm broader than Broadway. Shiddly wop, shiddly wop, shiddly wop, shiddly wop, shiddly whoa. Swing, whoa, you, shiddly wop, shiddly whoa. Sing, over the ocean and over the sea, all of the girls them are vote for we. Shiddly wop, shiddly wop, whoa. Here I come, shiddly wop, shiddly whoa.
Yeah, if no one sampled that, they should, because it would be awesome. Okay, it sounds like he's talking about maybe he had a child, but then the whoever it was younger and wanted to live her life. Barrington said in an interview, the song is about a young girl who gives birth to a son, suffers because of the change in her lifestyle. The song is written from the father's perspective as the couple fights. Yeah, like she just kind of wants to be free of the responsibility. WTF, when you go to Volcano, it's like a stage show. Is in the Volcano sound system. Sounds like somebody had the lyrics way wrong. Volcano High Power was a live dance hall. When you go to Volcano, it's like a stage show. You have men that sing, DJ, and blow. Put it on the radio. Barrington Levy. I think that's fun, man. Okay. Next up, we have Exmilitary JPEGMAFIA sent in from Marv Krager 0319.
I heard you got dirt on me. My country encouraged me. I just bought a dirty piece. I just bought a dirty piece. My famo discouraged me. My exes threw dirt on me. Pistol rap the dirty sheets. Pistol rap the dirty sheets. I might scratch some numbers off, but I don't play no lottery. I might have broke your homegirl off, but you ain't gotta unfollow me. I got ex-friends, know my number, and still turn.
Like, scratch off the numbers on the pistol.
She never heard of me. Ho, watch what you say. Lie on my name, that there is perjury. Feels like I'm fucking a hoe in the you living up there with uncertainty. For real. I promise before you go, I won't address you personally. But when them boys get to it, they gon' do it to you purposely. Abraham Raisi in the heli feeling foggy. Money, 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 it made me feel like I'm Target. Going up like I'm IDF Nitty. Warrants ain't stopping shit. Is you Harvey, Jeffrey, R. Kelly, or is you opposite? Say that shit. Say that shit. Say that shit. Say that shit. Pass the rock, I'm open again. Pass the point, I'm posting my friends. Tell me what you gonna do with that rock. I hit the left, got you cooking again. Why go to heaven? I'm tripping in sand. Why fucking her? I can fuck on a friend. Most of you niggas can't fuck with my pan. Pocket rocket on me in favorite sin. You niggas really be scaring the hoe. I scare the bros and ain't got them like friends. Basic sobriety gives you a lens, but all I see is niggas playing pretend. You niggas bitches that need an assist. I run the game and I love when you break. I'm Luka, bitch. I'm not gonna miss your whole
Doncic.
the nigga from Kiss. Free my BM, she ain't do shit. Packing you up, send you back to your ends. Dead in the water, you swimming with sharks. Seeing your bitch play that hoe like a heart. Took your bitch shopping, go check out my car. Switch up the energy, cover the scars. I pledge allegiance, my hand over heart. I pledge allegiance, my.
Easy now, waking up, easy now, waking up, easy now, waking up, easy now, waking up.
I pledge allegiance to my niggas, my hoes, my bitches, and me. Every morning I get down on my knees for a God that I can't see. Every tweet, it come with a cost. Every enemy, pain them and soft. If you break up, delete it and crop. Fuck my ex and fuck every cop. Nepo baby shit, these bitch niggas always got their head down. Bitch ass nigga be down when I slide and they cry when they see your man down. I'm not just throwing paint at the wall. I don't do nothing but ball. I can't be racist. I'm chasing the pain and spending white faces on weapons of war.
Okay, I'm remembering. I think we did listen to this on stream.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't know if it got interrupted.
Just like a mortician, I'm spitting harder than a rapist. Tap on his calendar, niggas these silence and stop moving vinyl. We don't want to get done. Almost a challenge, it's hard to keep balance. I'm selling the birds and I'm feeding my cubs. Some of you niggas grew up in castles, acting like life is a hassle. I take a nigga talking shit down to the back row, pick your lip lock in the back. I ain't born rich, no pot to piss. I make one flick, that's over six. The lies don't stick, narratives ain't fitting. Now they gotta pivot, the goalpost shifts. Run it up, running my bitch is crazy. Counting up, all this bread and fuck me up, think it's the champ. I treat the blood like it's Thursday.
Okay, like I said, I do think we listened to that one on stream. Obviously, I recognize the cover art. I just didn't know if somebody maybe had submitted a second song or if it got interrupted. I can't remember, but I had it on here. May have had it on here by accident. I do remember it specifically, just the change-ups, the barking. I don't know if this falls in kind of like experimental rap. I find it really interesting. I definitely eventually would like to get to a JPEGMAFIA album. Obviously, it's very different sound, very unique. But all in all, I do find it really interesting. Okay, let's take a look here. The song's title is a reference to JPEGMAFIA's past as a member of the United States Air Force, with Peggy even having an album literally entitled Veteran. It is also possibly a double reference to Death Grip's first mixtape, Exmilitary. Peggy has spoken about the group at times, specifically in MC Ride Just Got His Reparations and his first interview with Anthony Fantano. It's possible this track was referenced by Peggy prior to the release of the album when he jokingly announced Death Grip's feature on next album and now deleted tweet. Peggy casually sampled my favorite song on Enter the Wu-Tang 36. Ariana Grande and JPEG sampling the same song is hilarious. Yeah, I want to get to some Wu-Tang Clan because I'm not familiar with any of their music. Yeah, no, I find the beat and the switch ups and all that really interesting. I think it's got a really cool sound. I'm not like, it wouldn't be, I don't think, fall into like my favorite rap, because I've shared with you guys, I like a lot of like the simpler beats as much as I really appreciate experimental stuff and really like high production stuff. I love even some simple beats with just really great lyricism on top. So I think you kind of just appreciate it for its own lane. There are a few lines I wanted to look at. So this line about scratching but not playing the lottery. So with the 30 piece, this line might be saying dirty piece, meaning an unregistered gun. I heard you got dirt on me. My country encouraged me. I just bought a 30 piece. Because I mean, obviously a 30 piece could be like a reference to like KFC or something like that. But also, I've never heard of a gun referenced as a 30 piece. So could be 30 piece, dirty piece. Or maybe a gun that holds 30 rounds, which would obviously be something more of like a rifle. Pistol wrapped in my dirty sheets. I might scratch some numbers off, but I don't play no lottery, so obviously scratching the serial number off of a gun. And then Invader Zim. What do I know that? Pocket Rocket on Me, Invader Zim. Old Nick cartoon. Was it called Invader Zim? Oh, okay. Yeah, I never watched this cartoon. For a second, I was like, is that like a Jimmy Neutron thing? And then I was curious about this line with the foreign singing. I don't know if it's in here. This is a sample from the song La China. This lyric is in Spanish, translates literally to, they say he went looking in the belly button of the moon. But in the Nahuatl language, the word belly button of the moon translates to Mexico. That's interesting. Okay. All right. Well, ultimately, that's going to wrap up this first mixtape. We have another 11 tracks that'll come on another one. I'll probably put that out next week. But thank you so much for those that did ultimately join us for the stream, for those that sent in songs. And sorry we couldn't play them on the stream. We just got shut down. And so I hope that you found your way to this video. But thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the comments. Let me know your favorites and who you think we need to look further into. And I'll see you there. We're eating good.